moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Boakai only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I will praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Boakai...
Where are we, sir? Let's hear from you in the next 2 minutes.
Daddy.
Sorry, unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, Prince, and thank you, the rest of the panelists, Boakai, Detroit, Mr. Dubayu. I mean, first of all, come to think about a government.
Michael, just to correct that Michael over there, so using his stage name, Michael.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Just to think about it, a government that is having sex, male having sex with male, sodomizing people in their custody. You think look at their fear when it comes to rape? They don't. Look, Union Party sent out a message prior or during the campaign period that the Liberian people did not take to consideration. How many atrocities were committed during the campaign period by the thugs and the hooligans that Boakai put together in Foya and other parts of the country? Look at Queen Johnson being rewarded. And we're talking about rape here. But I don't care. I don't care. Even let's assume that the lady on that video crying was not raped. Let me play the devil advocate here. She was not raped. But the question is, you saw your second cabinet minister of internal affairs let us not forget that the Minister of Information, Culture, and Tourism bears the name Culture and Tourism. But 80% of our cultural activities are conducted in the Ministry of Landsmarks and Internal Affairs. They deal with the traditional people, they deal with cultural issues and so on. Yet is the minister being seen in the hotel putting on his pants while a lady is crying, claiming to be raped. Amen. For the sake of morality, for the sake of decency, for the sake of integrity, what step did this government take? What did it do? They went in thin air. We normally say in office, the firewall, it was thrown under the carpet. They threw it under the carpet, ignoring such a heinous, or crime. These guys don't care. Look, the people introduce their government to the Liberian people with massacre. And we come here, we're talking about rape. The people won't go to Timor County over the CDC as the neck record. If 2 weeks later or a month later, they were in King George shooting live bullet at the very people that voted them.
Thank you.
And we're talking about rape. This doesn't care, Prince.
Actively involved into activism. We led
I just want her to talk about the video from a woman perspective and how the government is handling rape.
Definitely. We definitely going to play that video. We're going to play that video. Fellow Liberians, so the video that we're about to play, it is the video of the Internal Affairs Minister, Francis Sakila Imale, the man who ordered the unaliving of a sedition in Lofa County, Tamamomo, who is today on this video a nephew of Joseph Newman Boakai. It's on this video. Again, it is graphic, but again, you know, we got to do it for you. So we're going to play this video.
Fuck yourself. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why did you put it like this? Only medicine your head and raping somebody for what? What is this? What is this? Oh God.
Welcome again, Miss Kroma. Welcome. I'm sorry. I know it's, you know, it's emotional.
Yeah.
But let's hear from you. You are in Liberia.
Well, thank you so much for the privilege and the opportunity to have me on this platform. First of all, as I was saying that graphic, that sensitive display of a certain government official, involving in such an act is troubling and also saddening. Currently in Liberia, rape has become a sport wherein government officials are actively engaged in abuses, especially gender and sexual-based violence against minors. And first, during the we-are-led government, when we were actively involved into activism, we led that of young people on the street to advocate on behalf of rape victims. At the end of the day, the we-are-led government respected our decision, and also we are declared rape as a national. Oh, somebody is on my land.
Our sister is back. Let her make her point.
Okay, let's make her point.
Yeah, continue, please.
Okay, are you guys hearing me now?
Loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, someone was calling me, and sorry for that interruption.
No problem.
So as I was saying, now you have certain government officials abusing their powers by raping minors. When we were actively involved in activism, especially against sexual and gender-based violence, we demanded that we are led administration to declare rape as a national emergency, and which was done. But here we are under this regime. We have seen abuse of power. Not just that, we've seen people in top of offices shielding government officials from being arrested and from facing justice. Like the case of Brian McGill, this is not typical. As I'm sitting right here, my brother is accused of rape. Is currently at the Morovia Central Prison. What happened? We've seen this girl, the particular girl that accused my brother of rape, has come clean and said that my brother never raped her. It was her mother who forced her to lie on my brother. We've been behind this government to to accuse, to like relieve him of that particular accusations, but we are nowhere, and they are even asking us to pay money.
Upon you, but your female, you're a mother. You know what I mean to bring up a child, and that child is decent, the child is not decent. It's from that perspective. So what do you mean of, every day you wake up, children hearing insult everywhere on national radio? How is it appealing to you?
It's actually disappointing, looking at the fact that that portion of the executive branch, that particular ministry, should serve as the arm of the government communication, information to disseminate to us. Seeing these people every day when you wake up, when you say Liberia green, Liberia black, these are practical things, these are vivid things we are seeing with our eyes. And you got a bunch of ignorant, naive, and inept people sitting down at that ministry, claiming to be, informed. Let me say this. This government, especially the information ministry under this Boakai-led government, is the most arrogant and useless arm of the executive.
I am not involved in corruption or just indiscipline act. I'm not involved in indiscipline act. And that's what I did. So 2 weeks ago, I spoke with the president. He said, look, Mama, I was going to look into it. And I appreciate you for that. I'm still there as Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs because the man they appointed here not taking office to prevent shame, to prevent confusion. That's why I blow alarm. Because the day he get a green letter, he say he won't enter the office. How you going to be? I'm going to be embarrassed. And I can't defy the government. I can't defy the president. You understand that? That's what happened. Put me to the peace building. There is no office for the peace building. There is no office for the deputy minister and the assistant minister. Why must you play a game with me? I'm not involved in corruption. I don't disrespect people. Is that a crime because my name alone, you're afraid of my person? You're afraid of my name to say I want to take a job? No, I don't want to mind. It's against Islam. I wait for Allah time. That's what happened. People started wrong with the whole thing on the social media. And the president said, I should wait. I just did that post today to push them to pay attention to me. That the general himself, he's not happy. The general is frustrated. The general is traumatized. That's why I did it. I've been in that ministry for 2 years. I don't have a government car. My personal car, you see. I in that ministry, my air condition spoil. I face my own air condition. I in that ministry, I personally bought my desk and chairs. I in that ministry, I painted some of the department. I provided chair for some of the department. Some of the mayors, I empowered them. I gave them one sanitation material, not the government money. But they break my wing. They want it too fast. So what do you expect me to do? I should not speak my mind to the Liberian people? I should not speak up? I should be able to speak out and let the people understand. I should speak out. It is not about job. But you brought shame to me. You brought disgrace to me. Then my little son not be calling me, Papa, what happened? Papa did not take a job from you? Total embarrassment brought on me. But who did that? That element. I repeat, that element. I don't know which English word to use. Very dangerous element. Within.
What we're doing here, what we do is for you. And you can't just be sitting there and say anything that people do is all right. It's not all right. It's going to change. It's going to be for your children's future. It's going to be for good schools, good medical services, every community will make sure they will have good medical services for our people. And you will begin to see it. You will begin to see it. And people here, what we do is for you. And you can't just be sitting there and say anything that people do is all right. It's not all right. It's going to change. It's going to be for your children's future. It's going to be for good schools, good medical services. Every community will make sure they will have good medical services for our people. And you will begin to see it. You will begin to see it. And people who work in those places, they must make sure that they will work in the interest of people and they will be paid. We have said that we will come up with medical insurance where everybody go to the hospital, they will be treated. That's what we want. That's what makes you proud as a leader, that you got healthy citizens.
People look there for us. The mission said they can put on half of it at break time. You go because you get 4 o'clock in the end. Someone else living destined. I think that you sick, then you get them back 4 o'clock in the night. You need to go send out to the hospital until in the morning. You send out there and they say when they tell you no material or they will not treat you for that day. So you come to our help, really need your help to save us, please.
Not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies just go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today is the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up. You will see a Liberia that will give you hope. You will see a Liberia where corruption will be a thing of the past because
there's no change. Look at the university. That's not Gafan. Gafan already failed. We know that, but it's on you, President Boakai. You passed to go for your cabinet meeting today. You went to the executive mansion. Who can deny that? What are they? I mean, this is an embarrassment. But you're getting ready to come to the UNGA, though. You're ready to bring money, Mr. President. Guess what happened? Plenty of money you'll be spending to bring all your troops to the UNGA. But you cannot give 200,000 to Mama Paya for the children to go to school. You failed it, Mr. President. You failed the students. You got to change this. You are failing the student of the University of Liberia. Nobody can question it. You're the same way you not change the first group at LDA, you change the second group, you change the third group, you get group number 4, you fail on LDA. Can you change it? Mr. President, people will come and tell you, you said that people are not trained. Let me play this real quick because the president said people are not trained. Let us know.
You receive insults when you even do the right thing, but that's the way it goes. Once you leave the job, they will not insult you, but not necessarily for the thing you are, but that's the human beings. That's who we are, especially the country that we're in. Reckless talking, disrespect. People are not trained, and they speak any kind of way. Some of them don't even know what they're talking about. But if you say you're not going to take that,
I mean, the people don't know what they're talking about. Some of them not trained. Mr. President, you are the cause for 1 year.
So the issue of accusing people on this drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society from all sectors, I would say openly here, from the executive, the first person government, and to the judiciary,
You go in the sector, you will find somebody involved with drugs. The reason is simple. Drug is a lucrative business, so everybody want to get money. For that, you will find somebody somewhere who is involved. So when you fight these drugs, you fight almost people everywhere. So your security. So the issue of accusing people on this drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society from all sectors, I would say openly here, from the executive, the first person government, and to the judiciary, you go in the sector, you will find somebody involved with drugs.
Talking funny. Stanton Waterspoon that Joseph Boakai junk. Joseph Boakai using to use a platform to come to power. Then Joseph Boakai dropping the ocean in on the show they making not jumping around. We confused. You know what's going on. You think that joke we joking here? We told you about Joseph Boakai from the beginning. You say, oh, not listen to us. The other one too that you be passing around with big money, say you get policy, you know they want, you know that one, you know they want. John Molu. Oh, oh, my man, that other news today, man. Joseph Boakai junk in other news is John Molu. They made fool out of that one. They made fun out of him. Yes, they made fun out of him. Another Joseph Boakai John like John Lobo. You only Joseph Boakai John. Can you imagine the gay Noah Saul Gibson who a blind man job? You can see them get your job. You passing around taking pictures all day, putting it off for people, the other person's birthday, my senior brother, my senior sister, and let me congratulate my senior brother, the MD, the other. You not see? You ready yet? You better put your left together, my picking. You not ready yet? You are like no man like you, Joseph Boakai use all of your like junks in the town, and you passing around, whole day talking funny thing. You see what? Another Joseph Boakai John. But I want by Joseph Boakai he go straight in the grave, Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson, our Joseph Boakai. Oh, Joe Boba. Joe Boba, a big ball. I told you today we'll call the listing of all of Joseph Boakai Johns. The list too long. It is a countless list. A countless list. Joseph Boakai position, all of them. The only person that refused to be Joseph Boakai John. Like Yege Koluba, when Yege Koluba read it from distance, he said no. He said no.
That when a president travels, it doesn't mean you're going to a place to bring bags of money and say, oh, we're coming back with here is 5 million in this other bag, here is 10 million in this other bag, let's distribute it. That's not how it works. When you travel as a government, as a president, you engage in key partners. I just talked to you right now about the president's engagement in France, meeting the president and his engagement in the UAE. Those engagements will yield fruit. In fact, they're talking of employment opportunities. Well, young.
No. Another person who Joseph Boakai jumped. Now Prince Johnson. Joseph Boakai gave Huawei. Joseph Boakai praising during the election saying we dance with devil. You ain't ready yet. Joseph Boakai not BM. I stand with Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai our president. He's from Lofa County. I stand with the man from Lofa County. It's sweet for you. It's sweet for all of you.
They are criminals. The Senator is the worst criminal. John, we are brought into this ministry. He said, Papa Joshua, they made him a proper minister. He cannot steal. He cannot kill. He cannot destroy us. But
are you talking about your ministry?
I'm talking about the ministry and the entire government.
Wow. So that's
Joseph Boakai, wherever Joseph Boakai is, let him go. We were in a rain. We were in a sun. For UP. But we're not talking about policy.
Have you not been rescued? That
We are not talking about policy. We are talking about our lives. Our job. Our life. Our job. Now, parents, you know how many bouncers we see? At one call, Agnes has told. I'm speaking from Transport Ministry.
What's your position?
Customer service. Right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Barracks in Liberia. particularly the 72nd barracks. There is this issue about those living around the barracks. They are now saying that the soldiers who went there to claim the entire place, they are saying the front view does not belong to the army, Mr. President. Do you have something to say about this?
You know, this is one of the things that we have to do in this country. That's why I said to minister to agencies, when you have an agency, make sure, apart from running an office, you know your asset, so the army people know the demarcation, they know what land belongs to them. If they don't, there's a way to determine that, but we make sure that the army is not violating anybody's right.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them, but because
reconsider who?
The occupants.
The army is entitled to decent livelihood that they have placed. God is not making new land. That place is for the army.
Okay.
And the army is going there to take it back.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
All right, so fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. And we want to use this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to all of you for the support you continue to give us. We want to say thank you so very kindly for what you continue to do. Again, welcome to another segment of the Redemption Hour, where we discuss issues relative to the growth and development of Liberia. We will be joined by some of our panelists for us to discuss, but for now, we want to say welcome to all of you. Let's go to our live feed as we welcome some of you that have joined us. Welcome to all of you that have joined. Some of you whose names we are not going to see because of limitation of technology. We want to say you are welcome. We want to welcome Salia. Salia, you are welcome. We welcome Hilton Ulejedo. Thank you so much joining us there from Greenville City, Sino County. We want to say you are highly welcome. Kelvin, you are welcome. We want to say thank you for joining us. Those of you on the YouTube, Ray, thank you for joining us. Inflexible Sedition, we want to say you are highly welcome. Tale, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Manchester CJ, we are glad that you are here with us. Our own brother, Frank Ogongano Molba, the Secretary General of the DMV chapter. We want to say you are highly welcome. Ishaka S. Kroma, you are welcome. Venetia's Junior Bar, our own ambassador there. We want to say you are highly welcome. We appreciate you. Salvation Shine, thank you for joining us. Darren F. Young, thank you so much for your presence here. We want to say shout out to our sisterly media institution there, the Metro Media, that is transmitting also this program in Liberia. We want to say welcome to the folks there. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you. I mean, all of you who are joining us, we want to say welcome. We appreciate all of you. On this note, we want to also use this time to welcome our brother Jake. Our brother Jake, how are you, sir?
Yeah, Prince, thank you. Thank you again. And to the follower always, salute to the followers. Your help to share this video. Sharing is free. And thank you, Prince. But before, I just want to say something. Okay, let's start because I just wanted to say something short.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, they got something people can say open, they can send open letter to tap people around the world.
Yeah.
Prince, I'm working on something here. I will be bold on a platform. You know, during the Liberian Civil War, because of the Civil War, some all were moving Ivory Coast. We started from Danande to Abidjan. So we know small little bit of French, you know. Although as you travel, you can forget a little bit, but as the speaking, you will know. Prince, when I tell you Liberia is at the crossroad, seriously at the crossroad. You see, all the training topic in Liberia, something I understood where, and we probably will discuss it. But I got an open statement for the president of the Republic of Guinea. Maybe probably I will say so in French. Anybody, before we start our show, I just want to say something short. A disturbing Prince, seriously. You know, to the followers, I will go there. To any followers that are sharing this video, I want them to share this video to Liberian Guineans that live in Liberia, get family in Guinea, and get some connection in Guinea to send a particular statement what I'm about to say to the president, Republic of Guinea, like Dumbuya. Probably other podcasts or other people will relay something. Prince, you know, being a while, Liberians and Guinea get serious relationship long term during the former leader secretary, our tournament, all of them. They help to fund the OAU, the OAU Liberians. But there's some disturbing things that are going on in the country that the Unity Party, they came to power too last and they still lying to the Liberian people. While the Guineans leader, President Dumbuya crossed the border. So anybody, I'm asking the president of Guinea, Mr. President, the Republic of Guinea, Dumbuya, s'il vous plaît, please, Liberians are begging you, Mr. Dumbuya, anybody that will see that video, they must transfer to Guinea podcasters, newspaper, or radio station. We are appealing to you. Dumbuya, you keep from Europe, like some of us, we live in Europe. Liberia and Guinea been having a serious relationship long time. Even before you are not even born as president, Mr. President, you came from France. Some of us children, you saw the Liberian Civil War, or you heard about the Liberian Civil War, Mr. President of Guinea. Everybody admire you, Dumbuya, Mr. President. Because of you, a lot of people in Guinea want to join the military because why? You put in your country first. The reality. No matter the naysayer, but you mean well for the Guinea people. Disregard. But Mr. President, something seriously damaging that going on because all of you are a member of the Mana River Union. Something got to my attention. So anybody from Guinea, you must share this video to people in Guinea or Liberia that live in Guinea. Because we don't want to experience any dark days again. Nothing, because Liberia will experience civil war. Mr. President, the Republic of Guinea, Mr. Dumbuya, Liberia fought 14 years of civil war. That war still playing on a lot of people in the country. We just assume transformation. So we want to know, Mr. President, because our president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, don't tell me why you crossed the border. Why you send your troops across our border? Mr. President, George Weah was there as president. You were president of Guinea at that time, but you never crossed the border. You never crossed the border. If it's because of land, then you should across the border on George Weah. But on George Weah, you never crossed the border at that time. But now this Joseph Boakai was 82 years old. You decided to cross the border. And you are stationed in the border. And today, nobody knows what the real problem the Liberian government, led by Joseph Boakai and the Unity Party, not telling Liberian anything. The charging speakers, the charging lawmakers for tracing all these things. This is a disturbing story that happened. I want for people to flag in Guinea, to the president of Guinea, Dumbuya. Probably you will answer to this call. I will make open letter in Europe here to the European Union. I will make open letter to France. I will write my open letter to take it there as serious. Something I saw when Joseph Hima Boakai and Mara Bio Liberian go to video. When they want to break ground, the breaking ground ceremony, I know they have in bowl water side or whatsoever, or the Liberian side, I already know. And they want to initiate a road project, $360 million road project, Liberian in Sebelum. But something Mala Bio said Liberian. So I'm going to go to video. I said some other year now. We are here now. We'll never let no lies pass anymore. So I'm asking in the Guineans in Liberia that have family in Guinea, send this particular portion to any podcast in the country, radio station that they play. Probably the president will listen. I will always be coming to say, I will get an open letter. I will send an open letter. Send an open letter in Europe here. Mala Bio, we all know Liberians. He was a military general. He was a military tycoon general in the Sierra military, in the Sierra army. He came to power. He cracked down on a lot of protesters in the country in Sierra Leone. Nobody, there was no freedom of press in Sierra Leone. He highly waged war on the media institution. He came back to power. He silenced the opposition. And when they were doing a groundbreaking ceremony, he said to the 17 Liberians, I want you to go to video. He said he was throwing the president on the Guinean president, Doumbouya on the boss, concerning borders. That nobody make borders, nobody responsible for borders, government make borders for special people. That Doumbouya mounted things, the military things. He was speaking on behalf of Joseph Hima Boakai. But Joseph Boakai, if you look at the video, Liberians, he manned the podium. He was throwing jabs at Doumbouya. It surprised me. And all of that member of the Mana River Union. If you can see the $10 million mansion that just appeared in FOIA, the president said it's a Mana River project. But while the Salvadorian president, Mara Bio, throwing jabs at Doumbouya, that nobody made land, nobody know how land came about, but you're mounting things to Liberia, you're mounting your military things, and you're Liberian, you're forgetting to know Mara Bio came from the military background. He's a military guy. They came to power. He cracked down on a lot of things. Why Liberians? Mara Bio escorted Joseph Hima Boakai to Guinea. You don't know that. You know that particular trip I'm talking about. When they came from Guinea, the president told the Liberian people different story. In a week time, in a day's time, Doumbouya marched a lot of troops near the border, across the border. And present they are in Liberia. So, Mr. President, Liberians want to know, because our president not telling us, and they're throwing jobs at you. We really want to know why you cross the Liberian border. Because our government not telling you nothing. Because the government is this only 2 years old man. It came to power through lies and propaganda, and they're leading the country through lies and propaganda. And we want to know, Mr. President, because you have a meeting with him. You know why you crossed the border. A lot of Liberians around the world respect you, Mr. President of the Republic of Guinea, His Excellency Doumbouya. A lot of people respect you. A lot of people believe you put in your country first. But we really want to know if any podcaster or any media institution, I want for you to address the thing finally, because we don't know why our government telling us. If this is about land, we want to know, because you were president at that time when you took power And George, you are president in our country, but you never took the land. You never crossed the border. And the former president in your country is like a father to George Weah County. That George, I respect highly. A lot of videos are there. We've been having serious relationship with Guinea and Liberia. We have Guineans coming to Liberia, Liberians going to Guinea, Conakry during the Liberian Civil War. Guinea hosted a lot of Liberians during our civil crisis. So, Mr. President, there's an open statement to you. And I want any media institution, podcast on them, to flag it in Guinea. Because the statement Malabio made when they were breaking ground around the Boakai side area is disturbing, throwing jabs at you. And both of you came from the military background. Why is Malabio throwing jabs at the president of Guinea? Why we don't know? Why are they not telling us? Why you cross? Why the president of Liberia cannot throw jabs? Because you never crossed to Sebelum, you crossed into Liberia. But why Malabio is talking on behalf of the Liberian president? Why they are cooking? Why they are up to? So I just want to make this statement that anybody, please, because they said in prison, if you follow that video, there's something that the president, the Liberian government are telling us that beyond us, no media institution want to find out about it. I pray that all the media institutions that get big mouth in Liberia, let them go to Guinea, go ask the president, they get all the media institutions. He's not a military leader anymore. He won the election in Guinea. So it's different now. So Liberian real journalists or independent journalists can go to Guinea. Guinea is not far to actually meet some top officials in the Guinean government to state or let's say or interview or somebody from the president's side to clarify everything. Something is going on that we don't know. Please, seriously, why the government of the Republic of Liberia, held by our president, not telling us the real story? But Malabio throwing jabs at the Guinean president on behalf of Liberia when they were breaking ground. That's what caught my attention. I was doing my own research today, contacting some Liberians and Guineans in here. Why were they going on about the land? Why were they going on? So, just an open statement. If like what I say, any Guinean are living in Liberia that can listen on the palaver or you share this video to people that have family in Guinea. The particular portion, let the flag in Guinea probably, the president will react and say something to the Liberian people to clarify everything because thousands of Liberians, they experienced the Liberian Civil War. So we want to know why the Guinean president crossed our border. If there's something our president not telling the Liberian people, if there's something the president not telling the Liberian people, it's time for the legislature to act. Seriously, if the legislature get a span, because the president told oath to defend the country according to our constitution. You cannot honor man. You charging the United Party and the legislature charging you for treason. But Guinea sit on our land, not called treason. If you charge for treason, that death. It is stacking of hard charges. They put you on your get called over. But the president not telling the Liberian people why were they going on. So I want for all friendly journalists or journalists that are in bed with the Unity Party to do their best to save the land, to go to Guinea and ask that hard question. And somebody, and they'll get a response of the president. He's very young, in his 40s. Very young. He lives in Europe. He lives in France. He's heard about the Liberian Civil War. He's not stranger than the Liberian Civil War. Dumbuya is not stranger to the president. Dumbuya is not stranger to the Liberian Civil War. Please. That thing caught my attention today. There's something featured. There's something happening. Boakai never made that statement. But he might be throwing jabs at the Guinean president. And both of them came from the military background. And he escorted Joseph Gilman Boakai in Conakry. But he showed serious job. The videos are all circulating. Now, when they went to break ground for that $360 million road project, so probably we'll discuss about, I guess something to say about that road project. Imagine the whole road project, the Liberian road project, that 7 million project. The company name is Pavo. It's an engineering, 7 million engineering company. How can a 7 million, sorry to say, when people will start, how can a 7 million engineering company have contract, Liberian Bailey Road, $360 million, but using 7 million company? And Malabio was brand did not podium to say it. If you look at that company, he has serious share in the company. They can't pay for play. There's no Liberian company. You spending $360 million. There's no Liberian company, or there's no company that people within the Unity Party have. Where all the yellow machine they brought? Where the yellow machine is above is awful. But they want to spend $360 million for that project. Then we don't have no company, but that particular company coming from Severloon. So print is a little bit scary. The statement Malabio, so while telling all Liberians that are Guineans, that they flag it, I believe His Excellency, President of the Republic of Guinea, you will intervene. S'il vous plaît, Monsieur Président. Monsieur Président, tous les Libériens va connaître. On ne sait pas qu'est-ce qui s'est passé, Monsieur Excellent. Yeah. Prince, that I saw that statement. I said, no, if I come on the show, I got to flag it to Liberian people. Let me share the video, the particular portion. They're flagging Guinea. You will see the president will respond. The lie, they've been lying to Liberian people. Dumbuya will clarify everything. Because, Prince, the thing about for me, Joshua was president. Dumbuya was president also, military leader at that time. But why he never crossed the border at that time, Liberia? That's a hard question that you ask. If this was that lane, this was that lane, why they never crossed the border on George Weah? He who had met George Weah said, okay, we're having this land dispute, this is for us. But he never crossed on George Weah. If it was on George Weah, the whole legislature, everybody will talk about, they'll be talking about them impeach George Weah. It's time for impeachment. Prince, it's reality. And the president is not in control. If he lie on or to protect the land of the country, he took all. Then you get Jeremiah Kunchins to become the next president. Because if you look at this situation, and Prince, actually, if the president lied to the Liberian people and Dumbuya say another thing, according to our constitution, they can impeach the president. If the speaker, you see, Prince, this is how, you see what the president told them during the case? He said, you're not interfering. There are 3 separate branches of government. You see, the first branch of government, let me tell you, I said, if the legislature had a span, this is the time for Speaker Kune to make that history in the West African region. This is the time. Put aside your party differences. This man is 82 years old. He's 82 years old. Then you young, you have a political future. Then you speaker, separate group of different first branch of government. That every government, every executive branch is the first branch of government because they can impeach you at any time. That the presidents will be shaking on you people, but they don't have the span. This is the time for Richard Kunen to set record in the land. To say this is it, Mr. President, like it or not. You lie on the oath. You won't know what they should subpoena the president, the first branch of government to ask him questions. So that's why I'm praying that Guineans should share this video. Probably the president of Guinea will react. You will say the truth to the Liberian people. So why are they going on the country? Because our government not saying the truth. Because Malabioto jobs are here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother Jake. Thank you. I think the point is across, and we appeal to our followers around the world that particular portion of the video will be caught and sent so that it can reach to the requisite authority. But I just want to start from the path that you laid. I always say to people, if you try to enter a relationship and you see that either the man or the woman, the first 2 or 3 moves that person made is based on lies, sit down, think, and ask yourself whether you really want that relationship. Because no man or no woman will want to start a relationship by lying. Once that relationship starts with lies, the possibility of that man or that woman breaking your heart is like 9/10. It's like 9/10. To bring it to the Liberian context, this is what we are faced with today in Liberia. All along the way, Joseph Nyuma Boakai lied to the people of Liberia. All along the way. The campaign these people ran were based on lies. The things that they said were all based on lies. They lied their way to power. These people lied on every single thing because they wanted to make the Weah-led administration unpopular. They said that President Weah was engaged in just cannibalism, so to speak. They look at people who have never even killed a fly and said that those people were serial killers in the country, like Innocent Jefferson Tambakoji and etc. These people, they ran up places and said that government officials were engaged in acts that were unorthodox. Today, they've taken over. They are not able to prosecute one person. One person they are not able to prosecute. It is not a strange thing that today we are seeing Mr. Boakai behaving the way he is behaving. We said to the Liberian people that Boakai is not an honest president, or is not an honest man. The dishonesty that he displayed, that was the reason why Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf imagined as that Omar was. And why she was very skeptical of Joseph.
Yes.
Very skeptical of him. Because Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf knows him very well. Joseph Nyuma Boakai worked with her husband and worked with her too. The reason why Ellen could not trust Joseph Nyuma Boakai was because she looked at this man to be a dangerous species. That's why. Today, fellow Liberians, Joseph Nyuma Boakai is proving that. This man lied to the Liberian people and said, Guinea, they used the Liberian people resources, they went to Guinea. Until today, Joseph Nyuma Boakai is yet to tell us what was discussed in Guinea. He is yet to tell us. They came back and said they own diplomacy. Diplomacy, as we speak, our land is being taken over, being invaded by foreign force. In a Syrian country, Boakai will not even spend the next 24 hours sleeping to a hall. You have been standing up in front of lawmaker answering questions.
Yes.
In a serious country. Joseph Nyuma Boakai will be standing answering questions. If you will faint, you will faint right on our platform, but you will be answering questions. And this is the reason why we continue to say to the Liberian people that look, the country is on an autopilot, it's going by itself. You yourself now, you got to put yourself in position to allow John through the window of the plane or whatever, however you can brace yourself, because the country finished. The country finished. One of the cardinal responsibility of every government is to ensure that her Her territory is protected. Her people are protected. But today, look at what is happening. Almost about 30 plus villages along the borders. Do you know that these people who live on farming, these people who sustain themselves by using the soil to farm, they can't farm no more. They run away from the place. No, I don't want you to believe me. I can play something for you to hear. The last time, Stanton, he said, oh, the people there, the people there come and leave the border. They come and go. According to the people come and leave the border. They come and go. We came right on this platform and we made Liberian to understand that that was a blatant lie. The people are going nowhere. Nowhere they're not going. The Guineans are staying on our soil. Sometimes use a platform and say, oh, the people, they are leaving. Joseph Newman Boakai, and his diplomatic, means or his diplomatic way of doing things have caused the people to leave the border. That's what he said. And I'm going to play this particular clip intentionally for you to hear it. Because yesterday, these were the people who were lying to the Liberian people. When we said to the Liberian people on this platform that our borders has been taken over by Guinean forces. When we said to the Liberian people on this platform that Joseph Newman Boakai has lost the fortitude to be able to engage Guinea to ensure that these people leave the land. People are standing there on that platform lying. Oh, the people understand diplomacy. They were grading him 80%. They were grading him. On their platform, they were grading him. Joseph Newman Boakai scored 80%. The man is a real diplomat. And this time, all the other things, they were grading him. But guess what today? Don't believe what I'm saying. Let's listen to the people. We play these people's voices for you to see the lies in them. And that's why, Jake can always say, you see why you people follow these people. Because they are not worthy to be followed. Because they don't believe in the truth. They are a bunch of liars. They prey on you, and at the end of the day, they make use of you at your own detriment. This man told people on his platform that the Guinean are there, just like Newman Boakai, the man know diplomacy. The man were able to show that
watching on channel. I can almost say the government to start it, especially the sedition.
Yeah, it's it. Yeah, don't even believe what I am saying. Yeah, crying. Hey, listen to it. Let me crying. Yeah, crying. Are they running behind it? Let's just listen. Just listening to this.
The NSA looking for our school reporter at the border, right? So he reached out to me and said, Chief, because you played this video.
NSA looking for his reporter at the border.
Right? They're trying to arrest him for sharing this video. We want to encourage everyone at the Solomon Kano Bono border, wherever border you are. If you see the Guinean foreign trip to that border, please do a recording and send it. They are looking for our reporter, and again are reaching out to everyone in the government that this is wrong. What they are saying, that's why we are independent. Why are we going to step on this? So let me play this. This is exactly what he said, and that's the reason why they are sending people to look for him.
But to continue what I'm saying, that the Guinean security, this Spoon FM, the Guinean security, stay on our side as we speak today. They were today 10 or 11, something like that. Beginning, since last month, they've been here. Since that last month, they came to the country, to the river bank. They are stayed there. They are stayed there. Therefore, no normal activities going on here. People are scared. People are afraid that anything can happen anytime. Because a matter of fact that they come with arm in our country to the river bank, anything can happen. So no normal activities going on here. A matter of fact, one of the companies that engage in rice production, a massive rice production here, they call it Makona River Farm and Agriculture Services, not working. But right, they're supposed to start preparing their land, start preparing her land.
I'll stop right here. I'll stop this right here, and I'll take this from here. This is not from us, because when we tell you, But this is from them. The same man who used his platform and was grading Joseph Newman Boakai. The papa got 80 because he went to Guinea. Oh, the papa here, he understands diplomacy because he went to Guinea. And he now reporting that one of his staff in Lofa County went to verify whether these people they were stayed there or they now cross. And that is the report that he was giving. That Guineans troops are still on the Liberian soil.
Pray. The president of Guinea will pray. Somebody will link our video in Guinea. He will answer. He's a transparent man. He wanted Guinea to be good country. He's fighting for his country. So pray. There's a question I'm asking the people. The hard question here to the followers here. Why he was a military leader at that time on George Weah, our president of the republic. Why he never took the land as a military leader on George and President George Weah. George Weah was son to Conti, like a father. Conti was like a father to the former president. They had a lot of meeting. But if you go to video Liberian, you'll see when George Weah go meet the old man, there will be he'll be knocking George Weah head, will be butting each other that kind of greeting, that traditional greeting. So you are too much fan of George Weah. George Weah loved Conti at that time. The relationship was great. Dumoya know it. The president of Guinea know the relationship between George Weah and Conti. He knows it. He knows it a lot. He will never forget it. And Dumoya was really small when the Liberian Civil War started. There's something I you know what I say? I brought the topic back. And that's stupid here. As if some of us on their platform here now. Probably we'll play a video tomorrow when we were breaking ground. Malabio, a military leader, a military guy, a general in the military, he manned the podium. But I cannot talk about our country. Now, the Baga should make that statement because Seveluna and Guinea didn't go take land in Sevelun. They take land in Liberia. But Baga was afraid to say it. If you look and follow you go to the video, look at the body language of Jeremiah Kun and Boakai. When Marabio was saying it, they were uncomfortable in a chair. They look at each other, especially Jeremiah Kun. We're having a pamphlet in your hand, like a trophy, something like that. You look at the video, follower. We say we don't preach propaganda here. You go to the video, it's circulating on social media. He was throwing jazz at Dumoya because other than member of the Mana River Union. Member of the Mana River Union, where they were talking about a $360 million project, that road project, where I don't know how to maintain, how to continue, have that money set. Then the whole company, they play another thing as that. The Labrador left on the way, sir. Manabio calling the shot. Everything, our president run to Manabio. Everything. You can see the relationship. He know the old man is old. He the new CEO of Seveluna engineering company called PAVORT. PAVIFORT. It's a deep behind everything. It's a Seveluna engineering company. How can a Liberian project starting from Liberia will get a Seveluna will hear the thing? What the bidding process they pass through? Nothing. They just blind the legislature. That kind of make-up project as they want to undertake. The media, the legislature know anything. I say true, the president, I say all Guineans here, all Guineans, I pray. I will send my open letter to the European Union. I will send my open letter to Macron. I will write my letter and send it. They got a way of sending letters and yeah. I really want to know where really happy that particularly the Guinean president crossed the border. They explain to the Liberian people because I don't want for Liberian people to have hatred for the Guinean president. Let it be transparent to us. To say there is a reason Liberia, I went into your country. There is a reason. But please, this is beyond. This is beyond what they're telling us, what the government telling us. If the government lie, if the president of the republic lie, because he told all to defend the constitution of the Republic of Liberia, every land, then the legislature have the right to subpoena him. Yeah, that they play. Yeah, the country in a bad for me. All countries they think about having places like Ghana. You see Ghanaian parliamentary picking in the parliament in Ghana talking. There was someone you, no matter who your affiliation, no matter they come from that party, say they will set that record in Africa. This is a new war order. It's a digital war. A media era now, social media era that played the speaker answer to set his mark. Yeah, he said, listen, I don't see that man fighting for, I don't care anymore. I will subpoena the president. I don't care my lineage. These are you will make record in Africa. You're the first branch of government. You tear in land of the presidency. If anything happened to Jeremiah Kun and the president, you're the president. Richard Kun, the next president of the Republic of Liberia, according to our constitution. Then your speaker, then you scared. But I wouldn't hear your ear. I wouldn't hear your ear to impeach. Or you're charging for treason and thing. You think treason, that's a strong war. It's a strong, powerful war. They don't get news that kind of war that. Eh? Prince, I saw the video. I said, me start digging beyond this, the whole bureau project. And when I saw the video, I saw Marabio throwing the Guinean president on the bus. Or you carrying your things there. Or we don't make land. Nobody know about land. Nobody know about border. We don't know how we get the border themselves. But you're taking your things, your military things to cross the border. I said, if you look at the video, Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun were uncomfortable because I don't know. I know he's surprised. Then get man the podium. I even told Liberians that the project is a Seveluna company. How can Liberian $360 million project owned by Seveluna company? I said they're in bed.
If I'm to ask you this question, right?
Yeah.
One would say we are, in the same region. We are Mano River Union, basin country.
That
is strange, I mean, for us to give contract to Sierra Leone and, for Sierra Leone company to come and do contract for us, that it should not be strange.
Okay, let's Sierra Leone get your company. Let's Sierra Leone get your contract. Mara be able to get your contract. Listen, let's call it spade or spades. It's a pay for play contract. Let me tell you something, they know what they're doing. But listen, how Liberian having problem, and the president flew with Malabio to Conakry. Okay, you said it's a Mana River project. Guinea not part of the Mana River. Why they never extend invitation to President Doumbouya of Guinea? Why they never extend invitation to grace the ceremony? If you say it's a Mana River something they want to do from country to country whatsoever. Okay, if you want to do from country to country, the project started from your country. So Liberian cannot get partnership. Liberian civil engineering company or road construction company cannot get partnership with Powerful. To join together. Why they did the bidding? Who did that bidding? How they vet that process? Well, the Liberian people vet that process. The legislature vetted. How many people was in that vetting process to win the contract? We're not naive anymore. I said that days of lying is over. We are here now. Now that days where they were there lying on the corridor, then the governable nation by the story. I want to tell Liberians here, we don't push propaganda. The phone is in your hand. You have internet. You can search anything. You can search anything. This day, it's easy. You find the company name in Sierra Leone, everything. You go to the CEO, who own the company, who they get share in this company, who are the lawyers. You can find all these things. So no Liberian, we get no Liberian company. Okay, they brought all the yellow machines. Where for? All the yellow machines, they spend all the millions of dollars for. Where for? They say for road construction and other things then. They are a project starting from the Republic of Liberia. You get the whole contract of the Sierra Leone company. Prince, can a Sierra Leone be having a project starting from Sierra Leone to enter Liberia? Was they Sierra Leone will not be one of the, or you're not do partnership? Prince, listen to me. This life here, I finish see where all the air going now. They putting in the air in every basket. Prince, let me tell you something here today. The statement. Prince, let me ask you a question before we go to our show. Prince, when they Sierra Leone next election, I think they get 5 years. I think they get 5 or get 6.
Yeah, they have 5.
Okay, listen to me. Prince, when I tell you something, I'm here now. I think Malabio not running again. I think Sierra Leone get 2 trains. They're not running again. I don't know when I next election. I don't know that next election. I think he just took power, Prince? I think Malabio in your first year.
No. Madam Bia is in his second year.
So the next Sierra Leone election will be what year?
Let me check it up and see.
You know what? Putting the pieces together, followers. We are here. You know, when the Unity Party talking about the judge were not coming back, they're selecting their own NEC people from the Unity Party to be the NEC boss, while they don't even confirm the mayor yet. Lalo political party, they already signed. They approve of the mayor already. Why they may not even go for confirmation hearing? Is that the countries of Godable Society? Is that the countries of Godable Society? They may not even go for confirmation hearing yet. But they finish, you see signatures all over on the internet concerning the NEC boss. Please let me say something here. Liberians, some of us here now, you're going to put your puzzles together. I'm a puzzle player. You're going to put your puzzles together here. You know what I've seen? The relationship between Marabio, President Marabio of Sierra Leone, Liberian president, is not easy relationship. If we have an election before then, you take this to the bank. You say, yeah, one just said it ahead of time. Thousands of Sierra Leone will cross the border. They will register them. Real Sierra Leone will cross the border. They will register them. Now I put my pieces together.
2028 is that election in June, somewhere around June.
Okay. Then 2029 is our election. Then 2029 is our election. Now, why I say something here, I will repeat it again. 2029, if Malabio not even running again, somebody within his party, within his camp, they will fight hard for them to retain power. I always say to the Liberian people here, this is my new saying now, to the CDC, the president, the former president, if they want to come by in power. The American election 2028, with 2028, the American election will determine the Liberian election. A Georgia will come back to power. I say in a year, you're gonna put me on record. You're gonna keep my clip. 2028 election in America. If the Republican win the election in 2028, the Republican, Donald Trump not running. I will say it every time I come here again. If Donald Trump not running, if a Republican ticket win the next election, either J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, because they get serious bench. If they maintain the presidency in America for another 4 years, Georgia will become the next president of the Republic of Liberia 2029. None of them will steal the election. They will never interfere. I know what I will tell the president. I'm a whistleblower. I will tell the president certain things for them to do. Nobody will steal that election in Liberia. But if the Democrat win, if a Democrat win the election in America 2028, there will be a hard role for the president. Let me say this to your people. Prince, you can hear me? Let me say this.
Just go ahead. I'm just trying to take
Let me say this. When Baga took power, and I honor Joe Biden, followers, you please read. Prince, when Baga took power, and I honor Joe Biden, the Democrat president.
Yeah.
Liberian, I finished solving the problem. Joe Biden, the Democrat, was in power. Joseph Boakai then took the election. Listen carefully. If the Republican retain power beyond Donald Trump, another Republican presidential candidate, according to that name here, Marco Rubio, the Vice President J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, whosoever that the bench is taking long, Georgia will become the next president 2029. I know what to tell the president. I will meet the president, lay down. I will lay down. What I want no sedition will stop me from meeting the president. No, how dare any sedition, they will never stop me from meeting the president. That's what they used to do to me. Never will be delay me. None of them will stop me. I will meet either in Europe or anywhere part of this world. I will tell you, I will tell you who ought for you to meet. I will play, the card already is in my hand. But if they lose the election, the Republican lose the election, 2028, I don't guarantee the Unity Party will do anything for them to retain power. I'm saying it to the followers. Just share my video. The American election depends on George Bush election. A Republican win. All that are lost they cause in the country, they will never see that election. They will never tamper with that election. But if the Democrat win, nothing guaranteed, because through the Democrat, they came to power. How you saw them, the news group, all that are group, our affiliated with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Let me break it down for you. During that tenure, they use all that are group that had contact with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. How they came to power. Greenfield, all of them. They honor man George Weah in Washington, D.C. So the president never had a will. But now, the former president get heavy tie with the Republican Party. Seriously tie. So that what I'm saying, when they win the American presidency, the Republican, and I'm here to talk against it. Soon as 2028, you see a Republican win, CDC will win the next election in Liberia. I would tell them, I would lay the playbook now for them to do. And nobody will stop me. I will either meet the president in Liberia or outside of Liberia, one-on-one. I will lay it down to them. Prince A, we're at the crossroad. I was praying to all the Guineans in Liberia, and I get family in Guinea. I want for the president of the Republic of Guinea, President Doumbouya, Michel Doumbouya, His Excellency, President of the Republic of Guinea. Let him address the whole situation. Let him tell why he crossed the border. Let the Liberian people get like, let we know everything. So thousands of Liberians, millions of Liberians will not blame the Guinean president to say, this is why. I don't want no hatred. Because during the Liberian Civil War, a lot of Liberians went to Guinea for refuge. Guinea helped a lot. We have that relationship long time with Sekou Touré then, Todmene, George Weah and Conti. All of them, we've been having a serious relationship. We do trade together. Then he was a military leader. Why he never crossed the border at that time? And the question of asking Liberians. Why he never crossed the border under George Weah? Why he never cross the border, that local border. Why he never cross it? Or other borders connecting with our country, with Guinea, like from that Nima side. That's the question I want for the Guinean president to please, simple play, to answer for us. To clarify everything in the Republic of Liberia. To not see the dark cloud of the country going for all Liberians to know. To not take the Guinean president that he the biggest monster. No. Let him clarify it. Let Liberian people know. We have millions of Liberians outside want to know. We get Guineans friends. They get Liberian married to Guinea, get Guineans married to Liberians. They get Liberian born in Guinea by Guineans. So we want to know that the president take the dark cloud over everybody because the United Party, they like to lie. Let the Guinea president clarify everything. They clarify everything to the Liberian people to tell you that this is the reason I took your land or this is the reason I crossed the border. What I want for people to share this video in Conakry, to share the podcast or the bigger podcast in the country. Now interpret in French. They will know because what I saw Malabio doing as another leader of another country, why you met the Guinean president with our president, you went for that meeting, you were waiting, the videos are there. Now you after they breaking ground ceremony, you never invited. You said that man river something you're doing, you never invited the Guinean president. He never came, but you never sent invitation. Even you say invitation, but he never turned up. There's something not right. There's something that seriously like people need to understand before we start blaming the Guinea government, before we start blaming Dumuya. We want to know that Dumuya clarify it, so that me, I will write an open letter in Europe, yeah, to the European Union, yeah, I will write one to France. I will write one to Macron. I will write. They get people, you can write an open letter. The media will see it. I can go to any media, any French media. Express myself, yeah, I'm in Europe already. That reality, Prince, it got to me. Seriously. They lie too much. How you been going? You still lying to the country. You still going dark cloud. You got spoon sending representative there, they say, spoon telling innocent people hunting the journalists in there. Why are you hunting journalists? They cross the border, But we want to know that the legislature subpoena the president to ask him serious questions. They in a constitutional right to subpoena a president, they subpoena a president. If Donald Trump do something ugly, the Congress the Congress can subpoena him. But your child, you get for Koruba, you're saying for treason. Eh? It's not small charge there. That small child, you need to death. So we'll clarify everything, Prince. Sorry, but please, sorry, but I just.
No, that's it, brother. Just flow, just flow. We give you the time.
Yeah, I just want to clarify this thing because this is a serious thing. When I listen to the Sierra Leone president, I knew something not right. If I seen Liberians to video, go on social media, go to the ceremony in the Boakai outside there where they were the groundbreaking ceremony. You will see Malabio marching the podium, talking on behalf of Liberia. Not even talking on behalf of Sierra Leone. He started talking on behalf of Boakai concerning the land grab. Jeremiah Koo and the president were not even satisfied. Go look at the body language. The video all circulating on YouTube. If we had that video, we would play it for the follower to see it. He started talking about border. Nobody made border. Nobody made land whatsoever. You bringing your things then to another country. All these things then. And we know how you rule Sierra Leone. We know how you never get opposition chance in Sierra Leone. You massacre protesters then. That's the same playboy happening in Liberia, Prince. That's the same playboy. Liberia, you gotta put your pieces together, you gotta put the puzzles together. Malabio never get opposition chance in Sierra Leone. Anytime they protest, he was unleash his military, unleash his police because he came on a military background. You have got the videos upon video. Sierra Leone die in Sierra Leone. Die in Sierra Leone for just protesting against the government. Now the same thing happening in the Republic of Liberia. Prince, and I tell you something, followers, 2029. I see a dark cloud upon the country. Seriously, because the United Party will never want to relinquish power. And the only thing, and I'm saying it here, I'm saying it over and over, if the American election go the Republican way, the United Party, they bury, they will never cheat that election. They will never tamper with that election. I know when I will tell the president who ought to meet in America. He going for the World Cup now. He going for the World Cup. I pray the Republican will maintain power. Because the Democrat, on their watch, they never allow George Weah to do anything. Because they have people all in high places lying in Congress. It will be a different ball game. Now watch and see how they will play. We pray for long left. Everybody, they pray for the long left. And the only thing we need to pray for, real long left. But the way I see the United Party moving, West Africa, our region, the man of River Union Center even functioning no more. Because the main behind the Mana River. Look at what Guineas are restricting Liberian electricity. You're not asking yourself the question? There's a bad blood, seriously, between Liberia and the United Party in Dumuya. That's why I'm praying. I will send my open letter. I will send a 3 open letter in Europe here. It will meet people. I will go to big media institution here. They are all here. I will flag my letter to them. I will flag my letter. I will say something cooking in my country with experience saver warrior. Please listen. Here's my open letter to the Guinean president. I send it to Macron. I will send it to the European Union. I will send an open letter. I will write it cold. Send it. They will meet people. No, you seriously. Seriously, there's something going on that we don't know. When Mada Bio speaks after meeting the Guinean president, I started putting my pieces together. Look at the playboy of Liberia, Joseph Boakai. You don't allow protesters in the country, you unleash it. He's using Greco Como. But the same thing Mada Bio was doing in his country. Mada Bio never. But we got videos upon video that they crack down on protesters heavily in Savallon, in Freetown. In Freetown. Even the election that he took power. They silenced most of the opposition. They silenced most of the opposition. But wait, let me say something. You know, since George Weah when George was in power, you know, George Weah Malabio couldn't see eye to eye. Let me ask you a question. When Henry Costa passed, you know the Severonian knew about Henry Costa?
Yeah, he
During
passed.
Malabio the time? But Liberia will put your pieces them together. Because Malabio knew his brother, Joseph Yeman Boakai, to return to pray. It will put pieces together now. Lala Severino and cross to take part in our lesson in our local country era. Start putting pieces together. Lala Severino and cross. They took part in our election because Malabio whenever Joseph Yeman Boakai to win. Liberian, they must think out of the box. I said some of us are year 9. We are here. I'm a puzzle player. I'm a serious puzzle player. The women puzzle is how. I'm a serious puzzle player. We put pieces together and let it all of the bag. And that what happened in Prince? When the statement that president of Severino made to a counterpart, I know straight. There's something not right. Severino in good relationship with Guinea. Liberia in good relationship with Guinea. So he having strong, I don't know where the hatred coming from. That's reality, Prince. You can take over, brother.
Thank you so much, Jake. Thank you so much. I think it was important that what you have, on your chest to be able to clear it is very important. And for us what we continue to say here is that these things are not strange to us. The reason why they are not strange is because we saw the pattern of the Unity Party from day one, and especially of Joseph Nyuma Boakai during the, the election. I mean, during the campaign stage. Some of the things that this man uttered up to today, they remain a mystery that will never be achieved. This man told us that he would build hospitals in all of the community. That was what he said. And that was not our statement, it was his statement. And when he started to say these things, we question, where are you going to take the money from? He said he has friends in higher places. Up to today, we can't see those friends. Those things that he promised the Liberian people, they are not forthcoming. When people want to speak out, they use a means to silence you so you can't talk. But it's not a strange thing. The only thing is we will continue to talk to expose the system. But again, my brother Jake, I want to say thank you for the time. I want to really appreciate you. And I hope that, tomorrow will be a bit better.
Yeah. I know I saw your time concerning the thing because it's very serious to our country. It's serious. It's very serious because what I saw, I can calculate very fast. I don't think out of the box. Probably I took a lot of time. So follow-up, sorry, probably we'll come tomorrow to discuss our main topic, but this is very important to the security of our country, to the well-being of our country, because they lie in the corridor and they took the former president out of power. So when I allow them to repeat all these lies anymore, that's what some of us are here for. Some of us are on social media during those days. Yeah, what it was by booting the internet. No, when I allow these lies, I told Liberians, lies been the order of our day, even before our parents. They lie in the corridor for many, many years. Now, why the country built today, true lies. They got money, they stole money, they empowered their children, they sent them to the best school. They will come by the rule over us. They lie in the corridor. They never developed. The so-called elite, they never developed the land since 1847. We are 178, 179, 179. Next year, 2027, 180 years old. Oldest independent nation in Africa, the poorest. Healthcare ruined. The men that were trying to build back, I told people here, were two persons. They never gave them a chance. And the two people I will go there, they keep on their background, what all come from. The native background was Samuel Doe. One, when they saw he was trying to develop the country, he had developmental agenda. They cracked down on him, early in the line, in the corridor. They brought out civil war. He was a dictator. He was a tribalist. They brought out ugly civil war on us today. For no reason, 250,000 people lost their land. Disability in the country. Blind taking over. Disability. Everything ruined today. We still a fragile nation. The alien took their mantle of authority. All of them knows they preach in the country. Destroy the executive mansion with barely by 24 hours. They came to power. God brought them to power. God knew the reason he brought Ellen to power, to disgrace her. She came to power. Right to the executive mansion, what she talking about? She was working near the executive mansion, the foreign ministry, for all that year. She never set foot to the executive mansion. It was like a ghost to her. She said, destroy within 24 hours. It was all lies. They allocated millions of dollars to build the executive mansion. They never built an executive mansion until the George Weah came along. The genius of George Weah, McGidding, they renovated the seat of the president, the executive mansion today, where they whining and dining. And look at that, when the good part of it. When George Weah finished the executive mansion, who he invited? He invited the C. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. You got the video. She was invited. She was invited to that same executive mansion. Had the child God can perform? I said, they want to live in the realm of the spirit, not physically. The heart, the king allocated millions of dollars for that executive mansion. They never renovate that executive mansion. She had millions of dollars to bring electricity in the Republic of Liberia. The country was in darkness. You're finished forgetting generator was the order of the day. Until George Weah came along, another native man came along. 6 to 7 months in the presidency, they started the last, or in the corridor, the news, all that stooge. The Henry Costa there, protecting herself like a conquer guy, come from a pellet tribe. Serious pellet man. They all in the corridor, lying Washington, D.C., high own podcast. If a show, every day you get bone shell was also garbage. Where he is today, he's telling Liberian people he's a hero. The hero selling now because he's taking mineral money now. Now he say, in the private sector. No, you're not in the private sector. They silence you in the private sector because they don't want you to talk. You know, you don't talk for nobody, not a hero. You are buffoon. You're not a hero, Henry Costa. I still remember all your video. So we are being condominium. You ever slept in a condominium? You're selling your own block. Lie in the corridor. Smear people, blackmail people to get your way through. I remember once upon a time you said you want to become senator for Montserrat County. Why you never contest? Because you lost everything. You cannot preach nothing to Liberian people. Only a gullible society will listen to you guys because they are novice. They don't go to school. That why? They have common sense. Everybody have the internet in their hand now. And the same way you came when you soak up, you came on some kind of show a keys, they're straight to debunk you. Since that time, you lie on a multi-billionaire in Europe here. I live in Europe here, the man from France. You lie on that man. I would never let you lie them to slide anymore. We are here. We never, you lie in the corridor for 5 to 6 good years. You sang the propaganda, the last into the Liberian people, they bought the story. Today, why you can change in Liberia? What you can change? You see the misrule in the country. Police brutality. Nobody cracking down. You don't say anything. Because what? You mute because you having mineral in the private sector. I use Henry Costa to go in the private sector. You that telling Liberian people, you here to make the change, you hold all government accountable. All leaders until the country change. You praise your whole group, COP, Patriot. You finish forgetting, then you're lost because you're taking brown envelope in the corridor. How dare you people? What? Look at my country. Your people are lying in the corridor. You say you give them relevant. That lie, that smear the people, blackmailing people. You have Dr. Kiase in this country. They let Dr. Kiase as a multi-millionaire. Now he was a fraudster. You are doing piece of job for him. When a so-called helicopter, he brought in no helicopter, you're rain with that ugly story. How you come to a country with helicopter, you're not paid due. Who told you so? Can you fly a helicopter and you don't pay anything in any part of the world? You're lying in the corridor for 5 to 6 good years to smear George Weah. You're jealousy to the late Samuel Doe. What the country now today? Where the country today? What better? What better now? What have changed? Nothing has changed. You're the same thing. What has changed now? Now, one of the question I ask people, are you bigger, better, or now than the system with George Weah? No. Heavy inflation got the nation. Poverty on bar, heavy masses. People sleeping, homeless people, the homelessness in the country on a massive level, everything's skyrocketing in the country. You don't even talk about the bread and butter issue anymore on the government. Check you up. You say you buy bread, loaf of bread, and put butter inside. You can't handle the country. They lie. You cannot rule the country. Then you lie. We lie in the corridor. No, you came to power to rescue the country. Nothing working for the country. Since 2 years now, coming the rainy season. You smear the country for years and years. Gullible society. 179 years old coming July. Nothing have changed. The old age problem. You were pitting everything on George Weah. Anybody that die anywhere we hell it, that George Weah. They die from the side that George Weah. Current going banner bed at George Weah. Why you cannot talk now? The whole internet empty. Thousands of, especially the group in America, everybody have poor care. And those that were having a poor care, that was also native people children. So native people children were having a poor care. Lie in the corridor because one of that was there. I will go there. I don't care what you say. Yeah, to my father name drip trouble tina to the core. Size trouble brother. Size trouble brother. Tribalism on a higher level. Then nobody can tell me anything on this particular platform. I will go there because I came from that background. I came from that poverty background. They marginalize us. Today, the sky is our limit now. We want it done everywhere. Me especially. I want it done every part. The so-called elites can go. They can dance there. They can dance there. I wear in the finest clothes. Ask anybody in Europe here. I wear in the finest clothes I want to wear because I work hard. I work hard. Traveling the finest country up out of the world. I'm an African European. I'm an African European. Blessed Liberian. African European. Millions of people die to achieve to become African American. They die on the Mediterranean water. They die on the sea to come to find greener pasture. But God, I was chosen. I'm a blessed child. I don't limit myself. The sky is my limit. Me, Jake. I tell my followers here, don't bring no negativity near me. The earth, God said the earth is my stool. The earth is my, I will patrol the earth. It's my first stool. I get power and dominion upon this earth. God ordained upon me. Who are you to limit me? That days are over. When we should watch, when you used to come from that ugly, that place from America, you come with that fake large clothes that call fruit of the Lord. I still remember vividly Liberians when we were growing up. They were cajole up. They will be lying in the corridor. That we see in places that the Paris there today, that our place, we tire, Las Vegas then, our place, Qatar, Dubai, all these places, our playground in now. I will tell everybody, the days are over. George Weah broke glass ceilings. He broke it. He broke glass ceilings. That's why they can't stand with the native people children. That days are over. The so-called legislature, other than acting at the elite, they are all native people children. Look at the Boakai government. So native people children that will be acting that they're so better than the other group of people. The Jeremiah Pia from Grand Bassa never had 2 meals a day. Never in your life. Nobody know they in Bassa said. Nobody know they in Grand Bassa County. They came from that side. All of them today. They wanted Danny acting like they so-called elite. But they were in a corridor. In America, lying. George smearing the former president at that time. They are in power today. You can hear nothing about them. What have changed? What have changed for them? Nothing changed. What they have changed for the Liberian people? Drugs are engulfed the nation. They were lying to try to bring drugs in the country. He's not in power anymore. I like how he mute. 2 years plus now. He's not talking your politics. He's not talking your politics. The time will come, you will talk. But I like how he mute. He's not saying anything for now. What he have changed? Lying all in the corridor. So loud. Since 1847, the last been going on. So now a native man come to the higher power. They're ready to start a propaganda, smear, and who can start it? So native people children. All of them will join together. See another brothers killing brothers. Look at the country today. Until they get that stupid phrase in Liberia, December. They call December a division right there. They divide the country. Those in the Western world and those in Liberia. If you reach in the country, they be asking you when you coming back. Serious division. Everybody look, nobody to criticize it. They phrase it. December. The phrase it on George we are. Serious division. People in the West spend the highest amount of money in Liberia, $350 million a year in the Liberian. We infuse millions of dollars in the Liberian economy. We're the engine of the Liberian economy. That go ask your economists in the country for remittance and other bank transfer. Now you look at how you call December. It's a serious division. You're crumbling us in Liberia from outside of the country. We send our things in the country, you destroy it. Nobody can take you to court. Nobody will react. Family on family, division. Poverty engulfs the nation. You want to rescue your family from poverty, everybody destroy you, breaking you down. You talk too much, they kill you. They wish you. We see it on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They kill a lot of people. They put on generator smoke. You're forgetting Liberians? Another beautiful woman left for Canada. She went to Liberia. She died in cold blood. Nobody, the whole police department, everybody mute. Nobody took on that case. Eating up the Liberian economy, $350 million a year. I saying that you're going to do your findings. Statistics I know about during George Weah time. December, January, February. Nothing, November, December, January, $100 million into the Liberian economy. $100 million. Like when we leave the country, everything will drop. The inflation will engulf, the money will skyrocket. Then when we go in the country, November, December, January, the whole economic balance, would infuse $100 million. The other brother carry 2,000, other brother carry 5,000, other sister carry 5,000. We the engine. The Liberian economy. But then you're demeaning us in the Western world. Where you're depending on in Liberia, import-based country, you import for everything in the Republic of Liberia. We spent what $300 million on goods and services in the Republic of Liberia. Everything in the Republic of Liberia we import for it. Everything down to toothpaste, cotton ball, anything you think about. Import-based country, poor nation, or you were blaming George, we had to play match it overnight. Yeah, today, drugs have engulfed the whole nation more than before. They achieved DEA then 3 different times now. DEA, other than what see they knew the drugs, they were there. Where the drugs are coming from, through that Sierra Leone border. Through that Sierra Leone border. The whole border line was weak, poor. Nothing working in the country. 5 million population, you get 5,000 police. You don't even get 7,000 military. The higher question we should be asking, the military underpaid, seriously underpaid. Look at Guinea military, highly paid. How do not straighten that capability? The thing you're going to focus on, you don't focus on the Unity Party. You're focusing on the CDC. The only worry is George Weah. He might not come back to power. You can never stop him from coming back to power. I finish breaking it down. We'll play the playbook for the former president. I will say this is how you should do it. And no sedition will stop me at that time. Who dare them? You can never stop me from meeting. I will meet the former president in Europe or I come to a Jamaican resort. Nobody can stop me. I will lay the playbook down. I say it today again before I close. When the Republican win the next presidency in America, 2028, Joe is the next president of the Republic of Liberia. You must take it to the bank. That thing what they causing now, we'll see election, we will do this. And the Republican win. There was no water in Coquino. We here, some all here. Some all on Twitter now. They must get ready for some of us. They must get ready. I will lay the playboard down. Not during those days. So. Not during those days. We will tell George we are what to do. He will listen to some of us. We in the Western war here. Some of us, we in the Western war. All they lie in the corridor. Why have changed Liberian people? Are you people better or now than the citizen of George? Where you answer that hard question. 7-7. Your money going up now? Your money going up? You harmonize our vote, you harmonize our pay, you harmonize your vote. All the medical staff into GFK, all dated GFK, poor machinery. The healthcare system, one of the poorest in the West African region. No, the DNA machines spoil. Everything upside down. You're not protesting the country for everything we protest on George we are. Harmonize our vote, we harmonize our pay, we harmonize. Yeah, definitely harmonize your vote now. You get your salary increase. I dare the founders minister then to carry salary up. It's going to 3 years now. Why they can't carry your salary up? Why they can't carry? They say the genius. They get $1.2 billion budget. Why they carry your salary up? Oh, joker in our country. The next time, the day God gave you a good leader, that will cherish that particular leader. That will cherish that leader. You can let blind guys in the corridor go on that social media, play you for good 5 years. They don't even have property in the country. They don't have houses in the country. They play you upon years and years in our country. They lie because they want a job. They couldn't maintain themselves in America. Why are they today? All of them get a job now. You all was suffering in the country. They take none of your job. What is soup today? The University of Liberia soup. 30,000 enrollment free of charge under George we are under the native president. So native people children at the University of Liberia and the mayor were protesting against in the country. Running everywhere. But again, so now you're protesting now, they're fighting you. Why going now? You say economic freedom fighter. Head of the economic, you know they call EFF? You want to be like Julius Malema, what they bring to court? You know where's Julius Malema in South Africa? Gonkwe? He stole. Julius Malema, how many millions of dollars he worth? Now in South Africa, they brought him to court. They brought him to court. You are EFF. How can you be an economic freedom fighter? Then you assign with a particular party. You are in bed with the Unity Party. You are on the seashore project. You want to arrest property and things there. Friends, you can come in. Friends, sorry, you can come in here.
Yeah, thank you so much. You know how to work, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, but thank you so much. You touched on basic things, right? And I just want to come out to share some light on two things here. One would be Representative Yaka Kolba. He was illegally, expelled from power, because if anybody is to be expelled from power, right, it's the president of the Republic of Liberia, because he took an oath
to protect
the air mass of Liberia, the land, the sea, body, and the human being. So if somebody else come and invade your land, put their flag on your land, and then you don't see that as anything but somebody who says the land is for Guinea, and then you see that as treason to remove this person. But is it lie if the land is for Guinea? Because we're going to 3 months now. The Guineans are there. So what is wrong with Yaka Koluba saying the land is for Guinea? If Guinea came there and they took the land, going to 3 months or so now, and the president of the Republic of Liberia says nothing. What baffles me is the House of Representatives to vote to expel Yaka Koluba for saying the land is for Guinea. But They have no reasons to say, you know what? We took an oath to protect this land. And the part of the land that the Guinean came and put their flag is Liberia. And we took an oath to protect this land in every other way. But we can't sit here 3 months now. Somebody came and invaded the land. And then we want to expel someone. They put the resources in expelling someone who said the land is for Guinea. And absolutely the land is for Guinea because the president of the Republic of Liberia is not doing anything, in fact, stopping people from going there to update Liberian about the new happening in that region. But let me go back to something that you touched on about the native men when the native men come to power. And you said some key thing. There was 2 presidents who tried to change Liberia and they got them out. Go and Charles Taylor. Which is true. Let's say, how they call it, President George Manuel Weah, not Charles Taylor, sorry. Which is true, right? But let me give, the audience a historical facts leading back to 1871. You see, the first man, the people we call the elite, the political elite, the American Liberian, and their slave master. You said something, you said they never developed our country. They educated people, they never developed our country. They looted our resources for hundreds of years, and they did nothing in our country. But when the native men come to power, they try by all means to remove the native men, along with the ignorant native people who do not know their history.
Yes.
They will go against their own brothers and sisters, all right, to remove a native man just because they have some American names, or they have some colonial name, or they have some slave name attached to them. So they see themselves as a Congo man or an educated person. They don't want to see a native man who have a native name in power. But you see, that has been a playbook in our country. And it is about time that we educate our people on the happening in Liberia. You see, the first man that tried to develop Liberia, or that tried to change the narrative or the starter course of Liberia, was E.J. Raw. Now, E.J. Raw was never or was not part of the 300 men that were sent to Liberia. E.J. Raw was not part of the rebellious slave, because the truth here is, and this is why history, right? We need to teach history as it is. The people they sent to Liberia, they were never free slaves. They were rebellious slaves. They called them rebellious slaves when they were sending them to Africa, which Washington, D.C., in fact, what I'm telling you, this is in the account of the database of the United States. When I was working at the Senate, there were a lot of things I saw there. There was a lot of research I saw there. Okay? So it is there. They never called them free slaves. So, history is written in the interest of those who write it. Because if I am the perpetrator against you, and then at the same time I come and be the historian, you think I'm going to write a story that will look at me and my generation as bad? No, I'm not going to do it, even though I did it right, but I'm going to change the narrative around. And that's how the Liberian history have been changed around. Those people that sent Liberia, they were called a rebellion slave. And E.J. Raw was not part of that rebellion slave. E.J. Raw migrated to Liberia by himself. How did E.J. Raw migrate? Now, be with me, folks. I want to give you that history here. And then I will let you know the reason why E.J. Raw was removed. And it was the same reason. The reason why they killed E.J. Raw, it was the same reason the same political elite, educated elite, along with their slave master, killed President Doe. And it was the same reason again. They didn't kill President Weah, they removed President Weah. It was the same reason again. They didn't kill Charles Taylor, but they removed Charles Taylor. The history, look, is parallel, is there, is when. Let me tell you something. You see, E.J. Raw, when his father died in 1826, right? His father died in 1826, and E.J. Raw, their parents had money in the United States here. After his father died in 1829, now, he lived with his mother. In the 1840s, his mother died. After his mother died in the 1840s, Few years later, 1846, his wife died. Okay, and then in the same year, right? Then his son also died. And then in 1846, what he did, he left the U.S. by himself. He had the money. He left the U.S. by himself and then migrated to Liberia. When he migrated to Liberia, he went into the politics of Liberia. Now, when he got there, he did not like the life situation, the way in which the American Liberian or the political elite were treating the natives. He never liked it. He never liked it because he said, in the U.S., we are oppressed by white folks, by these people. Then how can you come on a continent that is of you, your color, your identity, and then come the same thing they did to you down there, and then came here on the land, and then you're doing the same thing to the same people that look like you, the people that receive you. You're doing the same thing to them. How can that be? You see, so 1849, he became what? How they call it? 1849, he became the Speaker of the House. All right, 1849, he became the Speaker of the House because he joined Liberian politics. You see, and then around going to, he became the Speaker of the House, and then about he became the Chief Justice, the fourth Chief Justice, I believe, around 1865 or so, and then right, and then 1871, he became the president. When he became the president, now he had the motto, right, to change everything because he did not like the way in which the American or the political elite along with their slave master treated the native men. Because when he became president, the native men was not even citizens. 1847, we were not citizens until up to 1904 after Barclay recognized us. The native men were never. So he decided to change things. He decided, you know what, I will build roads. He decided to talk about building roads and things. Now, the United States did not help him. What he did, he went to Great Britain for help. Great Britain opened to him. When that happened,
summarize it.
That's it right there. When that happened, what happened when that happened? The political elite, along with Washington, D.C., they went against this man. They killed him. They eliminated him. When they eliminated him, that's how the whole Liberia again from 1871, it collapsed. All right? And then they carry on they are ruling until the 1980. In 1980, they went again. When Toba came, Toba too, and he decided again to change the style of code. And the history is just the same. He decided to change the style of code, decided to identify himself as a native man, as a Pala man. He was the only man that loved to a native woman that identified to the political elite that, yes, I love to a native woman. And meanwhile, they were hiding it. The other people used to hide it. They will have children, hide the children inside. I mean, all kind of way. You see it? So Toba changed the whole thing. Now, when he changed the whole thing, Toba started breaking the native people into government and things. They look at it, they eliminated him. Because that change of the style of code, it was coming. Now, I have a video, right? It's a 2-minute video. Maybe next time we'll play it. In our video, you know, they lied to the Liberian people. They said, the people kept about the broad war to Liberia because of race riot, everything. Look, in the video documentary, they themselves saying it was never a race riot that brought war to Liberia, which of course we all know these things, right? We know these things. But they did a documentary. You know who did a documentary? It was a German guy. They didn't know that this guy was doing a documentary on it. A German guy, yeah, they didn't know. And then they came out to say that it was lie, they planned it, it was never a race riot, everything they just used it, right, to bring war and to lie and to get the attention of the people who they were used to go fight. I'm telling you. You see it? So fast forward, they killed Toba on that one again. Toba was gone. Dokin, they put dough there after they killed Toba, they lie, they put dough there and stuff. Dokin, the first year they used it. The second year, door are open. He decided to flip the coins around. What happened? They took it from there. You see it? So that's just how it has been. And then when Chapter came to, after he became rebel, became president and thing, the same thing. Chapter questioned the firestone. This whole thing here about Liberia is deeper. Chapter questioned the firestone to change and look into the policy, to change some of the policy and stuff for Liberia to benefit. What happened? They got behind him because they feared that if Chapter succeed with the firestone and it become fruitful for the interest of Liberia, they will go after the iron ore. You see, they will go after the IO Aslam meter. They will go after them. Then what happened international here was ISA. They removed Chatera from there. I tell that Sierra Leone sponsor code how everything. We finished when our research was not Sierra Leone. Fast forward, Taylor gone. President Weah came there. If you can imagine, President Weah again questioned the Firestone. That was where the problem started coming from. The whole international pressure, US, get ISA, they start putting all kind of things that it was CIA, this, that. He got beyond Firestone. He said, we need a change. There should be a change of policy. We need to re-examine it and stop and things because there's a different time period now. They look at it, they say, all kind of thing because President Weah again, if we're going to power the Firestone, we're going to go to a slab meter again because these are people that have robbed the country from 1926, from the 1800 or 1926 Firestone, and then from the 1800 a slab meter. But they just been changing name different way until today a slab meter. But they have robbed the country. They did nothing until we even have how they call it Air MCO, American Liberian Mining Company. All of them. You see, they loot our resources and stuff. They did nothing. So when the native men come into power, and that's why the native men need to know their history. And that's why the last time, and look, I never fair for soup. They can treat soup the way they want to do it. I don't care. They can kill them. They can eliminate them. I don't care. Because that's the same government they fought for yesterday. That's the same people Boakai they fought for yesterday. And you see, they don't want Boakai were referring to that against the devil. Because the truth here is Boakai actually called them devil. And that is why today, Boakai is treating them like the devil. Because when Boakai said, I will dance with the devil, Boakai used them. Boakai used them and said, you guys are the devil. I will dance with y'all. And then come to power. And then I will eliminate the devil. I will silence the devil. Today, yesterday, they get right to soup. They get right to soup. Where soup, how they call it, prohibited government official. George Manuel Weah from going to the AU. They say, in fact, George President Weah shouldn't go there. They will store him. We have evidence where Dara did on there said, we got guns. We got guns. The Supreme Court never summoned Dara did on. Dara did not say, we got guns. If President Weah think he got guns, then he try, he will know where guns will come from. That's a threat to a nation, really. That treason right there. I mean, whatever you want to call it. But the Supreme Court never called Dara de law, nothing and those things, right? They allow everything to go. So today, me, I should come out to come and stand for soup to say, because soup herself, they don't know their history. They don't know the reason why they how they call the student-based political party called soup was founded. And we lay it down to them what they were doing that nonsense thing. We told them it was founded in the 60s because the native men was never allowed to go to AU. And a few of the native men that was in AU, where their name changed, they tried to bring out these things to give opportunity for the native men.
We're going to 2 hour man now. That Prince can't close the show now. Prince.
Yeah, I think the both of you can
we're
just
going to 2 hour mark now. So
yeah, sure.
You can close the show now, and then we can come out tomorrow or after tomorrow. We're live for you now.
Sure, definitely. We will be on tomorrow. So you and Frank can just close it from your end.
Okay, Frank. You working now? Just close quick now. Just close. Because you laid history down already. So
yeah.
Just close now. We'll come tomorrow. We'll come tomorrow or Wednesday, whatsoever. Prince come, will come. Then we'll discuss our main topic. Yeah. So to the followers. To the followers, salute and respect. You're doing, we just, close.
But this is what I want to say to the native men, right? We need to stop going. We need to know our history. We need to know our history and then see how the politics have been played against us. It's always against us, no matter how you want to put it. It has been always against us. And this is why we need to learn our history. And this is why sometimes when people are speaking and they're giving you evidence, they're giving you facts, don't underestimate them. Don't think it is just because of politics that we come here. Look, if it is politics, we will not give you dates. We will not give you name. We will not give you instances. If it is politics. Because if it is politics, we will play the same nasty game that they've been playing without no evidence, no name, no instances, no dates and things. But we are laying out information here that you can go and fact check and see how things have been against you. So that the next time when somebody can work in your interest, you better work with that person because nothing going to change overnight for a country that have been, I mean, almost 180 years old now. Nothing going to work just in one day time as you expected President Weah, because the same people told you The problem of 1847 all the way to 2025 or 2024, they told you it was President George Manuel Weah. So today now, they are saying it is not them. In fact, the Liberian things is complex, is way bad thing. But when they say it was President George Manuel Weah, again, just go to the native men. Stop being used by the political idiot. That's why I was telling somebody, I can never be part of the United Party. And you see, the native men, like Yaka Koluba, who they use, you see today, the native men, Prophet Key, they use, you see today, and there will be more native men that they will use, and then the next day, they dump them. That's how these people operate. And by now, we should know these things.
Okay. Okay, to the followers, thank you very much. Tomorrow will be here. Sharing is free. We always say, if you share this video, share it to 1 or 2 to 3 people. It will go outside there. Another person will share. Sharing is free. That's the best you can do for us. Thank you for watching. Every time you come here, because of the people we are here. As Frank said here, we don't preach propaganda because we lay off video. Compass and present. We lay video here, so that's make the platform a different platform. So we'll never come here and lie to the Liberian people, disregard who we support, but we'll break down the reality. You know what make the debate easy for us here, followers? George ruled the country before. He ruled the country for 6 good years. So we know a country, but we know to compare the past and the present. We can compare everything. Even at 12 year Honor Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George says here, compared to the other, going to another 3 years or then now. So we can put all the pieces together, we can compare it. So that's why they cannot win in any debate. The only thing they would do, they will insult on the laughing, try to talk back at you, but someone get thick skin. And so when I didn't know battle up, was small people used to bully us so that you can insult anything here, we will move up. So even I don't even listen to the comment section said. Yeah, so here would have relay video. That's what make the honor the Palawa is different. So thank you for the CEO. We're coming back tomorrow. Tomorrow, by God's grace, they pray for long life. We are here to pull away all their lies and propaganda. They will never lie to us anymore. That's what we are here for. So salute and share the video. So friends, you can close.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.